For all my team coins, check out thefootshop.com, their link is in the description below, and for a discount on your coins, use Nepo at checkout. What's up guys, NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. Today we have got another BPL squad for you. This is the first time I've done a BPL squad in the best team in FIFA for about 4 or 5 episodes. I know some people don't like seeing them, but some people love seeing them because that's what they play with the most. So here we go with another BPL squad. It was sent in again on Foothead, guys, but once again, the person who sent this team in has not left their name on Foothead. They didn't sign in and didn't save it, so I don't know who to give credit for this team. So let's take a look at the team. Bang! This is what it is. And the reason why I initially looked at this squad and thought, fuck yes, is because I saw Sanchez up front and I was like, hell yeah. And then I saw Sterling next to him, and I haven't tried Sterling as striker yet, so I'm really interested to see how he fares. He's got incredible pace and good dribbling, but he only has 69 shooting, so I wonder if that will really hurt him up front. The rest of the team looks good as well. We've got the Ox and Young on the wings. Cabella and Fabregas in midfield. It's not necessarily a midfield partnership that I think will be overly powerful because they don't have good defending or physical stats, which I do like in midfield. But I love Cabella's stats. He's got very good stats. And Fabregas, from when I have played with him so far this year, has been magnificent. The defense consists of Coleman, Onua, Cahill and Jose Enrique. Some nice pace in there, some really good defensive stats, and then Howard in goal from this guy as well. So this is a team, guys. If we could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be much appreciated. Let's get into the gameplay and see how this team plays. Okay guys, as we go into the gameplay, once again, as per usual, I'll show you all the 5 teams I come up against and the goals that I scored. Not the goals that I conceded, because otherwise the video just becomes massively long, because I do tend to concede quite a few in this FIFA. Although I win most games, at literally most games, I concede silly goals and just stupid stuff where I try to be cocky with the keeper, with the defence, and try and play it out of defence instead of clearing it. I end up conceding a lot of dumb goals, so you probably wouldn't even want to see those anyway. So this team, guys, it was very good. I won all 5 games that I played with it. As you can see, I've given the attack a 4-star, the midfield a 4-star, and the defence a 4-star. The overall 4-star, the 4-4-2, which for me is the best formation in the game this year, I've of course given a 5-star. Alexis Sanchez at striker was unbelievable, scoring 15 goals in the 5 games that we played, so he gets a 5-star rating. And for the 116,000 coins that this will averagely cost you, it's very good for its money. It's very high value for money. We're going to start with what this team does have, and then I'll explain to you why it's only a 4-star. So this team has pace, an abundance of pace up front and on the wings, which is fantastic. It has a great finisher and a clinical striker in Alexis Sanchez, and it has a blistering pace whore with Raheem Sterling. And Sterling was he was very good for certain things, but very bad for others. We'll get to that in a second. It has, in the midfield, it has 2 wingers that actually got massively involved in the game. This has been the first time in FIFA for me for a long time where I really felt the presence of the wingers. So Oxlade-Chamberlain and Ashley Young, they were both very influential in this team. And then it has 2 just absolute creators in midfield. You know, Fabregas with his passing and dribbling ability, he's also got a very good shot. And Cabella with his kind of, I guess, pace and dribbling ability, and the fact he's got a 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. They opened up the game so much for the wingers and for the strikers just by having the ball, just by being able to play those good passes, or, you know, for someone like Cabella being able to do that skill move past that midfielder or past that defender and just unlock a defence. And look at that for a goal from Young, absolutely fantastic. We move into the defence, guys, and again, it was very strong. It has a very average pace throughout, and I don't mean average in FIFA, I mean just average between them. You know, Enrique 81, Coleman 81, Onua 83, and Cahill 74. So very fast in terms of the defence, especially the centre-backs, not so much the full-backs, and Tim Howard in goal, who is fantastic in this year's FIFA. So what it does have is an incredible core to the team. It has a lot of everything that you do need. But whilst I was playing these games, I kept thinking to myself, even though I'm winning these, it doesn't really feel like what does this team have. It feels like what doesn't this team have. And the team has quite a lot of problems in it. Whilst I do think it is a very good team to play with and it was fun, I personally believe if you change 1 or 2 players, you might genuinely have a contender for the best team in FIFA. So those changes that I would make, first of all, I don't like Cabella and Fabregas as a duo. Although individually and in this game and in this team they played very well, their problems were the fact that by the end of every game, they lost so much fitness. They were nearly dead at the end of every game, and I was finding myself applying so many fitness cards to this team just to keep them, you know, fresh for the next game. And I didn't like the fact when I looked at this team, and didn't like the fact whilst playing it, that there isn't a powerhouse midfielder. I would happily swap out either Fabregas or Cabella for someone like Tiote, Fellaini, or Torre, or Matic, you know, just someone who's going to be an absolute rock in your midfield, someone who's going to be there to put their foot in and just destroy and break down any kind of attacks that your opponents have, because that's really missing with this team. You know, in that midfield, there's just no powerhouse midfielder there, and it was a bit of a shame. It was a bit disappointing. What this team does have, though, I will say this again, is skills, and an abundance of skills. You know, 5 4-star skillers in the team, a lot of good weak foots, a lot of flair traits in some of these players. It does have an abundance of skill, and that's why I feel like you need that, like, you know, that kind of defensive midfielder style player in the team, just to kind of counterbalance that and allow you to not only be creative when going forward, but also solid when you know, on the back foot. The other thing that I felt that was missing in defence was a bit of physicality. Cahill and Anua, for as good as they are and as fast as they are, aren't very good physically. You know, 76 physical for Cahill, 77 for Anua, 71 for Coleman. The only person that had any strength about them was Jose Enrique, and he is a fantastic left back, very undervalued in the BPL this year in my opinion, because of that 81 pace isn't the highest. But he is very, very strong defensively. He's got good passing, good dribbling, and decent enough pace. But between Cahill and Anua, again, I really like that at least one of my centre-backs. I particularly like both of my centre-backs to have above 80 in both defending and physical, above pace. You know, like I would sacrifice pace. I would happily sit with a 65 to a 70 pace defender just to have them have over 80 for defending and physicals. You know, the goalkeeper was absolutely fine, no problems with Howard. And then we come to the attack, and this is where most of the problems lied. And you'll see there's quite a lot of times where I'm in good shooting positions with Sterling, and I choose to pass it off to Sanchez. And that's because in the first 2 or 3 games I played, I got into ridiculously good positions with Sterling and was missing so many open chances, which is why this attack is also just a 4-star. You know, I'd break clean through the defence, I'd do a ball roll or a roulette and just sprint past the whole defence, get one-on-one with the keeper, try and finesse it around him like I always do, and it would go wide, or it would hit the post, or the keeper would somehow manage to save it. And Sterling just doesn't feel clinical enough. As fast as he is, that 69 shooting is a bit of an issue, which is why I found myself finding Alexis a lot more, which is why, even though Sterling did score 6 goals in 5 games, Alexis got way, way more goals. So I would change either Fabregas and Cabella. One of them I would change for a powerhouse midfielder. I would also change one of the centre-backs, most likely Anua, because even though he does have 83 pace, I don't like how low his defending and physicals are for someone like Koscielny or company. And then I would also change Raheem Sterling, for as good as he was, just for someone with more clinical finishing, whether that be someone like Vargas or Aguero if you can afford them, or Jovetic, you know, just someone else there that's got a good as finish as Sanchez has. Anyway, guys, this is the end of the video, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.